What's up, guys? It's Eventon here. Now, I typically don't do these market reviews too often, probably because people like Ozzy or DeLone Wolf do an infinitely better job at it than I ever could, which is why we're trying to keep our items hyper-focused just to the Rogue Drone event that just ended just the other day. Yet there's still a lot of opportunities to buy stuff for really, really cheap, or even be able to flip some items to be able to make some ISK in the meantime. Though in my personal opinion, the best time to do it is like during the event. But regardless, I love these events just in general. Whenever CCP does them, there's tons of ISK to be made when buying skins for cheap. You can flip boosters, you can flip all kinds of stuff. There's some ships that were very cheap, but then became expensive because of the event, because they were popular for running the combat sites. Just off the top of my head, I know the Kiki and the Worm really went up in price. We'll be able to like look at those in the meantime before we get started. So the first thing I wanted to cover is the Mimesis skins. These are the skins that were given out during the sites, the combat sites. I really like the way the Abaddon looks. Not a huge fan of the way the Dami or the Dami Navy looks for the most part, but as you can see before, the Abaddon, it was going for about 200 to about 100 million over the last like 3 or 4 months. But ever since the event started, now they are crashing in price. Buyers are going for 21, sellers are going for 27. That's kind of a really hard undercut right there. In the meantime, but yeah, you guys can get these skins for literally a fraction of the price of what they were before. So if you guys are a fan of the Mimesis skins, as of right now, I would say is the best time to do it, because since the event ended, I would say most of the people that were going to sell the skins have it up on the market, and the people that were going to use them have already used them. So at this point, the prices are only going to go up at this point. So I'm not going to cover every single skin, but it's the same thing across the board. All the skins were going from anywhere between, as you can see here, anywhere between 400 million all the way up to 100 million, and now you can buy them for a fraction of the price. So across the board, now is the absolute best time to buy these Mimesis skins, whether you want to put it up as a buy order, which might not be the case because like I said, the event's over. The people that have earned the skins probably either applied them directly or threw it up on the market almost immediately when they got the skins. Using this kind of quick bar to kind of reference some of the other skins or items I wanted to cover, the air skins, the air lab skins. So the Astero, the Nestor, and the Stratios, those skins were never released, or you could never acquire them via like running the sites. You just got them by doing the rewards, by getting enough points and kind of doing the rewards, you know, the point system that went up to like 450 or so. But all the other skins like the Brutix, as well as the Cormorant, the Incursus, Allspray, and the Republic Fleet Firetail, again, now is the absolute best time to get it. Get these skins, because before, of course, like the very best time to sell skins, like if you guys are running sites very early on, the very best time to sell skins is either like literally the first day of running the sites, because there's probably a lot of very rich people out there that just don't care to run the sites and they just want to buy the skin straight up and they just want to get it ASAP. That's probably the best time to do it. It's probably like the first or second day to sell the skins. Then after that, you're honestly just better off holding the skins and probably waiting for a month or two like after the event to get the best price possible, because as you can already see, there's this big valley curve. So now that because the event ended I think 2 days ago, it was either yesterday or 2 days ago. So at its peak, in my personal opinion, the best time to buy skins when it comes to any kind of event is usually during the weekend, the very last weekend of the event. So if the event lasts 2 weeks and it goes through like the second weekend, the very best time to buy skins, at least in my personal opinion, is like that very last weekend, because a lot of people are going to be like trying to run the sites, run as many as they can during the weekend. The very last weekend to kind of crunch as many points as they can. A lot of the time people get doubles of skins, so they just throw them up on the market. They'll either instantly sell it to the buyers, or they'll post it up to the sellers and just trying to get the best price possible. At least in my personal opinion, that's going to be where it's going to be at its peak when it comes to the most amount of people that are actually having these skins and selling them on the market. So again, all these skins, I would highly suggest you guys buy them now, because I could definitely see these skins going for a lot of ISK a couple months from now. So if you guys want to stockpile them or just buy one just so you can have it forever, that's another good option too. Some of these other skins as well, the Wiyrkomi, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Strangely enough, these skins were released during the sites as well. I'm not exactly sure why these skins were released. Same thing with these Kador and these Justice skins. I just grabbed these skins randomly just as examples. But now some of these skins for some of the ships are going for a very, very cheap price. As you can see, these skins were going for 11 million, then it absolutely nosedived all the way down to 1.5. So the Justice, the Kador, and the the Wiyrkomi, I'm going to go with that pronunciation, is the best time to buy these skins right now. Because again, I feel like it's going to go down. It's going to start bell curving up again over the next few months as well. Now the slot 11 boosters, so the agency hard shells, the overclockers, and the Pyrolantia drugs, as you can see, they all been going down because of the event, because a lot of people have been getting these drugs while running the events. A lot of the time people just kind of just dump them on the market because either they already have too many or they prefer the dose 3, whatever the case is, or maybe they run the dose 5s. It doesn't really matter. Again, now is the absolute best time to stockpile drugs if those are the kind of things that that you like running for your PvE or PvP needs. So that's kind of what I mean about, you know, getting drugs, whether you want to buy them now and sell them again a month from now to get the best price to kind of make a bit of profit, or if you're one of those people that just buys, you know, 200 of these during the events, and then that will last you for the next couple months for your PvP. That is a good opportunity too as well. So I also wanted to look at the worm as well, just so you guys can see the giant price fluctuation that happened during the event. So at one point the worm was going for about 80 million, then it skyrocketed up to about, looks about 1.2 million. Yeah, just shy, not 1.2 million, 120 million at one point. So the price of the worm went up by about 50% over the course of 2 days from when the event released, because it was a really popular ship. Same thing with the Kikimora. We'll go ahead and pull that up as well. Kikimora going for 50, and they had a slight uptick. It wasn't as crazy as the worm, so they were going for about 46. There was a point where they were going for about 53. So as you can see, there's a slight uptick due to the event sites, but it's not as crazy as it was for the worm. This is probably the most important one, in my personal opinion, are the not the implants, but the cerebral accelerators. So the only cerebral accelerators that are available basically year round are like the master at arms cerebral accelerators and the extended or the expert cerebral accelerators. And as you see, these are both very, very expensive because they are pretty exclusive to either getting referrals through the referral link code that you can either use on mine or your friends, whatever it is. And there's expert cerebral accelerators. I think you can only get these off of like the actual like CCP like Eve website store. There's like a certain package that gives you an expert cerebral accelerator that gives you like basically a month's worth of points and gives you 8 points for basically a whole month, which is great. So you just implant it in, you don't have to worry about cerebral accelerators for a month. But when these events come around, you get a lot of these smaller ones, like these basics that give you +4, the potents that give you, I believe, +6, but it's only for a day, so they don't last that long. And then there's the extended ones that actually last for 6 days, assuming that you actually have biology 5. So anytime you guys are having, anytime you guys are using these cerebral accelerators, make sure you have biology 5, because that's going to double the duration of the booster. So that doesn't only apply to drugs, it also applies to boosters too. So even though the booster's duration says 1 day, if you have biology 5, which is only omega only, it'll go up to 2 days. And I put this on my alt who does have biology 5, and I believe it said that it saved her about 6 hours and 30 minutes worth of skill training. But as of right now, you can buy these basic boosters for 4.5 million. So assuming that you put on, let's say 4 of these boosters, so let's say, you know, 15 million or about, 16 million, you can save yourself about a day of training for 16 million, which I think is a really, really good deal. And for the potent ones, which is just double it's the same duration, but it's double the points. So I just rounded that up to basically 13 hours worth of saved time. I don't think it's worth it at the 42 million mark. Like, so the basic rogue drone was going to give you the best bang for your buck, but then again, you have to be cognizant of the fact that it ends on the 19th of this month. So in my personal opinion, if I were you guys, I would actually buy up basic rogue drone cerebral accelerators, probably buy about 3 or 4 of these, just enough to get to the point where your drug actually runs out on the 17th or 18th. And then what you do is you buy one of these extended ones for 50, or did I click on the wrong one? Potent versus, I would highly suggest the extended over the potent, because the potent, they're almost the exact same price point. They're pretty close, but except the extended rogue drone one actually lasts for 6 days and it gives you 6 points. And I believe the extended one saves you about a day and a half worth of skilling over the course of 6 days, which is pretty darn good. It's basically saving you a whole day out of a week or so. So I would actually inject this one pretty much the day of or the day before when the expiration happens. That would be my suggestion. So at least for all of you guys out there, this is probably the best way to save yourself a ton of time on skilling, because once these items expire, I'm pretty sure the Crimson Harvest are going to have Cerebral accelerators happen again as well, but I pretty much always take advantage of these Cerebral accelerators, because unless you want to spend, 100 million, or if you want to spend 1.2 billion on these other Cerebral accelerators, there's no way to actually accelerate your trading outside of implants and things like that. So yeah, I mean, this is the first time I've actually covered these kind of like event items and stuff. I think right now is the best time to buy skins, because they're only going to go up in price. Right now is the best time to buy drugs. Right now is the best time to also buy those Cerebral accelerators, because I've noticed that sometimes the price actually starts going up right before the Cerebral accelerators expire, because sometimes people forget, or they only buy enough to last them a few days. Then they're like, oh wait, the Cerebral accelerators are going to expire in 2 days. Let me just buy it really quick. And the demand for them just goes up and up and up. And some people might just let them expire rather than just sell them for cheap for whatever reason. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I might actually plan on doing a stream a little bit later this week. I'm not sure of the day or what I'm going to do. It sounds like I'm going to try and do some like wormhole shenanigans with the corp, do some PvP stuff, and maybe just show you what it's like to do day-to-day stuff in a wormhole corp. But at least for my next video, I would love some help from you guys. And actually, I'm doing a Vedmak skin giveaway. It's there in the title of the video, but I forgot I'm giving those away. I'm actually giving 2 of those away, and I could use your guys' help. Down in the comments, let me know which items you guys are going to be buying off the market, or which things you're going to purchase based off of kind of like what I've recommended. But also what I should do for my next video. I kind of had some ideas of just kind of doing a solo nullsec like Rome PvP video. Maybe part 2 of my rebalancing mining ships. If you guys have not checked that out, I did like a whole video with a bunch of skills and screenshots and Photoshop and all that stuff of like rebalancing the barges and Mackinaws, which seem to do really, really well. Or something entirely different. I would like to know down in the comments below what you guys think for the most part. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys take care and you fly safe.